Hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of the Incognitro Secret Mount Guide from patch 11.0.5. If you haven't watched part 1, I would really recommend you to go and have a look because you will be able like that to know all the different requirements to start this quest line and also how to do the first steps in order to access the Karazhan Catacombs, where you will be able to actually find the mount and then start all the other secret activities that are linked to this new zone. In my previous video, I showed you how to unlock the first pillar out of the 12 pillars that we need to unlock in order to get the mount. So I would again recommend you to go watch that in order to unlock this pillar. And then after that, we've been able with the secret finding community on Warhead to find how to unlock a few more pillars. And so here are all the different steps you need to do in order to unlock all of them. Keep in mind that we still need to resolve a few more things and to unlock the remaining pillars in order to finally get to the last step and hopefully get the mount. So I will make another part of this series as soon as we have more information available. But in the meantime, I would encourage you to start doing all these different steps because it will definitely take a little bit of time. Before I start, just a quick tip, because you will need to go quite a lot to Karazhan, you can use the portal that is available in Dalaran, the Legion version. You just want to go in the middle of the map, enter this other room, and then inside you will find in the portal room the portal to Karazhan that will teleport you right in front of Karazhan. Just something that might make it a little bit easier for you each time to access Karazhan, especially if you're playing on an orc character. So first, let's start with the lovingly handcrafted clue, which will require you to get 3 stacks of the Light of Their Love buff, and when this is done you will be able to get a new orb on one of the pillars inside of your catacomb. So here the first step is for you to go in the Northern Barrens. When you are there, you want to go at this exact location with coordinates 55.2 and 41.0 near Main Creek, and here you want to stand next to this kind of pillar and you want to use your torch. And here normally after a certain time you will be able to interact with it and to receive your first buff. If it doesn't work, you will need to probably relog and reload a little bit and try to sometimes use and then dismiss your torch, because like that at some point it will work. For me it took me a few minutes for it to work. For some people it's a little bit faster, but normally if you have already unlocked everything before as well as the Karazhan Catacombs, it should work at some point. After that, you want to make your way to Maldraxxus, and here at coordinates 27.3, 61.3 at this exact location, you will be able to find Decimator Orgra. And here again, you will need to use your torch and just wait for the buff to appear on your character. So again, if it doesn't work, just make sure to reload and also to try and dismiss from time to time the torch and use it again. And hopefully at some point you will be able to get your second buff. Finally, for the third stack, you want to go to Nagran, the version from War of the Draenor. Here for all players, you will need to go to this little town at coordinates 49.2, 48.0. Normally you will find Main Creek and also Orgra. If you can't find Orgra, then you need to accept the quest that Main Creek will have, and then you want to go where this quest is leading you to, and here you will find Orgra at this specific location, and then you can use your torch and normally you will like that at some point receive the buff. But if in the little village at coordinates 49.2, 48.0 you have both Main Creek and Orgra, then you can do it at that specific place and normally it will work there. And then for Alliance players, you want to go to coordinates 74, 37 in Nagran, and here normally you will be able to do the exact same thing. Normally the order you get them in doesn't really matter, but again you can just follow what I did because it worked, and like that at least you will be 100% sure that you will in the end get the 3 buff. And once it's done, again you can go back to the catacombs and now you will see this orb on top of one of the pillars. Now for the second clue, you will need to go in the Veil of Eternal Blossom in Mist of Pandaria. And here at this exact location with coordinates 8330 on top of this big structure, you will be able to find normally an obelisk. And here you will have to do a few things in order to receive the Key of Shadows. So normally you need to have the pet Perky Pug with you, and you need to use the Dog Siren costume that you can buy from this vendor who is located right here for 25,000 gold. So this is quite a lot. And when you have that, you will also need to use the toy All-Seeing Eyes that you can get by combining two items you will get from some of the rares in the different Assault of Nazoth. And then you want to face the little obelisk, target it, and then type /pray, and normally like that you will be able to receive the Key of Shadows. But here it's very important to note that if you have someone around you, you don't even need to be in the group with this person, but someone around you who has all of that and who is doing it at the same time as you will still receive the key, even if you don't have the pet, you don't have the costume, or you don't have the toy. So what I would recommend you to do is go on a Hypop Realm and really just wait for someone to arrive and do all of that for you. Just do /pray and hopefully you will get the Key of Shadows. That's at least how I got it. There are also a few groups that will probably be created, so just go in custom group search and type for the Key of Shadows, and hopefully you will be able to find other people doing this farm as well. And when this is done, you can go back to the catacombs, and here you will be able to get another pillar unlocked. For the next one, it's going to be very simple, but just a little bit long and annoying. Basically, you want to go inside of the different catacombs, and here you want to go in this specific room where there is the big red button on top of the door. And all you have to do is to click on this red button 1000 times in order to unlock another pillar. So really, all you have to do is just click again and again and again. Normally at some point you will see that you completed the quest, or at least me, maybe it was one of my add-ons that allowed me to see that. But at some point I saw that I completed the quest, and I still clicked a little bit more because I did not count how many times I was clicking on. And then at some point I just went to check, and the two little orbs were now on one of the different pillars. So normally this is something that you can do. I'm not sure if you need to do it like at once, or if you can, for instance, just do some and then leave and then come back and click again and it will just continue from where you stopped. I'm not sure. I would recommend you to just stay there, click as long as you can, go check, and hopefully the two orbs will be on top of the pillar. For the next one, you will also need to be in the Karazhan Catacombs, and this time you want to go where there is the Nature Statue Room at coordinates 50, 59, 78, 04. You can also just check on my minimap. And here you want to use your Shadow Key in order to open this door. And normally, when this is done, you will be able to fish up an Arcane Key from this little bowl that it will be located on the bookcase. So just fish up. Normally it will take you a few tries, and at some point you will be able to get this Arcane Key. And then next to that, you will be able to use this key in order to open the Arcane Chest, where you will be able to get the Starry-Eye Goggles item, and then you just want to use it. Now that you have it, you want to go back in the main room where there is the Felcycle Mount, and here you want to click on all the different machines that are around. And normally at some point you will receive the buff Input Sequence. If you can't find it on your character, go in your General Spells tab, and here normally you will be able to now find Number Sequences spell, and like that you will be able to start this other secret. So the first thing you want to do is put all the different buttons from there on your main action bar in the right order, some from 1 to 0, and also you want to add the two other icons, the one that will ask you to just send basically the code, and also the last one that will allow you to cancel. Now that you have all of that with you, you want to go in the Nature Statue Room where we found the key. And here normally at this specific location, you will be able to find a first machine, and you want to enter the following code: 88224646, and then you want to submit the code. And normally like that, you will now be able to open the little chest that will be located next to the machine. After that, you want to make your way to the red button room with coordinates 4566. Again, you can watch my minimap. And this time you will need to use the code 10638 and then submit. And when this is done, you will be able to open the little chest that is next to the machine. After that, you want to go in the Rage Statue Room down the staircase. And here at, again, the coordinates are 7084, you will be able to use the machine and enter the code 19019 and then submit. And like that, you will be able to open the chest. Then you want to go before the upstairs part where there is the Felcycle. And here again at coordinates 5667, you will be able to find a machine and enter the code 5661, submit, and you can then pick up the chest. After that, you want to go almost where there is the Felcycle, but instead of going in the room of the Felcycle, you want to go on the right from the arcane room. Here you will find this over machine at coordinates 6953, and this time you want to enter the code 51567, and you will be able to open the chest. Now you want to make your way to the Felcycle room. So here, where there is the door with this little bell, you want to use the machine that is not directly next to the door, the one just on the left of that. And here you want to enter the code 77777, so 5 times 7. And normally like that, you will not be able to open the little chest that is located just next to the door and to this over machine. After that, when you just exit the room of the Felcycle, here on the ground, you will find a skeleton on coordinate 6547, and you will be able to find a very tiny machine. You need to enter the code 52233, and then you will be able to open the big box that the machine is located on. And in order to get the 8th chest, and this is this encrypted puzzle box, as you can see, it will be located right here in this room in the catacombs. You will need to open the decryption console, and sadly so far everything we've tried is not working, so we will probably hopefully later today or tomorrow be able to resolve this secret, but so far again this is unresolved. And apparently after that they will also have most likely a 9th chest that we will have to open. So this one is still ongoing, but if you want, you can also join the efforts and just go and try to solve this mystery, and then you can let it, and then you can leave a comment in, no. And then you can leave a comment in the comments, no. And then you can leave a comment under this video or also in the Discord with the secret finding community, and hopefully it will help resolve this secret. So for now, these are all the new updates. Hopefully later today and tomorrow we'll be able to discover even more things, and who knows, at some point we will be able to get this mount. Again, I just encourage you to do these different steps while you can, because at least you will be able to then get the mount faster when we will finally know how to get it. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime I wish you all a great day. Bye!